What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping in. Today we have a new knife to check out coming in from Vosteed. Huge shout out to them for sending this in. As far as I know, this knife was just restocked and it is going to have a couple of new versions along with it. Now, I will have this linked down below in the description, and hopefully they are still in stock by the time you are seeing this, because there are times where Vosteed knives can go very, very quickly. We have their awesome packaging and microfiber cloth, stickers, patches, all kinds of great stuff coming from Vosteed. Another patch and a zippered pouch here, and then we have our knife. So this is going to be, now I believe we've checked one of the versions of this out previously, but this is the Vosteed Mini Psyop. The original Psyop was a button compression lock. Now they have a scaled down version that is going to be a crossbar lock. And this is called the Mini, but it's not so small that it's not manageable if you have larger hands. Something I've grown to appreciate over the last year are knives in this size, where I can get a full grip on the handle and it has a smaller profile, and there's still going to be, in reality, that's plenty of edge to do everyday cutting tasks with. I, prefer a larger knife, but this is going to get the job done 9 times out of 10. Nice sharpening choil. We are going to be looking at LMAX, and they have a couple different carbon fiber versions. They are also going to have different micarta versions for the very first time. Now, the micarta versions are going to be coming in around $129, and the carbon fiber versions are going to be coming in at $139. So not much of a price difference. Now, from what I've seen prior to this video, is some of them are fully stocked and then others are going to be very low stock. So some of these are going to be out of stock sooner rather than later, and I think this will probably be the first one to go right here, this weave carbon fiber with the satin LMAX blade. We have anodized aluminum thumb studs there and a very nice crossbar lock action coming from Vosteed. They do a great job on their crossbar locks, if I can get out of my own way here. And then we have a different pocket clip than we normally see from Vosteed. This is a nice minimal deep carry clip. It's nice and short. It's not, insanely large. That's a lot of times what will ruin a knife that is, a 9 out of 10 or whatever, figuratively. The pocket clip, will come down to here or something, and it's like, man, that's taking up the entire back half of the knife. So really well done on that side of things. It is surface mounted, but there's plenty of room in there to get this in, I would say, most pants pockets. And then it is going to be reversible for left-handers out there. And then we do have a lanyard hole as well. So very, very nice, well thought out. And that'll be a completely ambidextrous knife there for left and right hand users. Now, as far as the length goes on this thing, what are we really looking at here? About 2 5/8 of cutting edge, 2 3/4 of total, and then about 6.5 overall. And we have a couple of comparisons here with the Vosteed Raccoon up top and the Kaiser Drop Bear down here on the bottom. You're going to see that it's much shorter and much more minimal than both of these. Now, one that a lot of people will compare this to is going to be the Bug Out series, or in this case, the Mini Bug Out. And they are similar designs, no doubt about it. They are different, though, as well. And the Mini Psyop here would fall more in that mini bug out range, compared to the full size. But if you're not looking to spend Benchmade money, this is a great option to go with. Now, the full-size Psyop, which is in stock as well, I'll link that one down below. That is going to be a different aesthetic. That is going to be different materials. That's not going to look similar to this. It's going to have titanium handles that have milling or are contoured. So quite a bit different than the mini Psyop. Doesn't really resemble the bug out much at all. But when we transfer it into a little bit different materials, like this carbon fiber here, then it starts to resemble it a little bit more. But with that being said, you know, you're able to pick up carbon fiber and LMAX, Vosteed's build quality at 129 or 139 for the carbon fiber. That is a very good deal in comparison to the same materials from Benchmade. Now, let's check this pocket clip and see what it looks like, see what kind of retention we got. Good retention over that initial hoop there, and we won't have much poking out of the pocket at all here. Just a tiny amount, but that'll give you a little bit there to grab a hold of and pull this thing out of the pocket. So very nice, especially if you like a deep carry clip. That'll be very, very good. I like the way they went with this pocket clip, how short it is, how minimal it is, and it also carries nice and deep. Vosteed will typically do something that's a little bit lower mounted and sometimes even more than what you see here on the Raccoon, which, you know, I enjoy. I enjoy both ways, and sometimes they're even a little bit deeper than that. So Vosteed really has a good amount of different options for everyone. Let's wipe this blade off here and see what kind of edge Vosteed sent this with. Now, this thing is pretty thin. Should make for a nice slicer. Very, very nice edge. As far as the weight is concerned, this thing is going to be pretty light. We do have, however, some recessed steel liners in there. I don't know, 2 ounces? Oh, yeah, look at that. 2 ounces right on the nose. So that'll be a similar weight to the bug out. Identical. But you are getting more size out of the bug out, but you're going to be getting more heft out of this thing because of those recessed liners. It's going to make this lighter weight knife actually feel like you have a substantial cutting tool, you know, in regards to its size. This feels much more substantial in the hand than the bug out does at the same price tag. It just, that littler knife feels a little bit more rigid. So let's go ahead and see how that lock is going to hold up. And I don't suspect an issue. And I believe that that is adjustable as well. Now, I'll have to look in the package, but if there's not, there should be extra hardware. Now, if you're someone who's been collecting knives for a little while and you have crossbar locks, then you're more than likely to have extra Omega springs laying around. But for the people who don't, and this might be their first crossbar lock knife, or they don't have many, it should come with extra hardware and Omega springs. I think every knife, you know, in order to avoid customer service things in relation to something that small, hardware or springs, that should just come with the knife. I don't think it would cost but pennies. And, you know, that would take care of problems that might happen in the future if somebody, you know, buys a knife. I think hardware should be included. Now, they're usually pretty good about that. And they do. They include some extra springs. So maybe not extra hardware, so to speak, but they do include extra springs. So that is great right there. I didn't think there was any in that box. But so that's perfect. Great price tag on these right here. And for the micarta variant at $129. That's pretty solid for LMAX steel and the given materials. That competes. There ain't much that competes with this knife right here in these types of materials with this type of build. You'll have to let me know what you think of the mini Psyop here. Another Vosteed and Tough Knives design that they just absolutely knocked out of the park. Crossbar lock action is phenomenal. Very good. Let me know what you guys think of the new mini Psyops in micarta and carbon fiber. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. That helps push the video to more people. And if you're new to my channel, I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Make sure you're subscribed and you ring the bell. That'll notify you anytime I release new content. I'll put a couple of new videos up on your screen. Go check out the one you haven't seen yet. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.